There, I got a friend. Her name, okay, is Ver. Okay, wood green. Wood green, but it's ver, means to go towards in French. It's ver is a glass, V-E-R-R-E, glass. Ver is a worm. Chop it in half, you got two heads on both ends. Imagine you plug something in with a hose. Both ends are cut off, but you put the water in, it goes in one way, comes out the other. So if your head's cut off, guess what? You're going both ways. They've closed off the end and you're like the end of the tunnel. Greenwood, what's in a name? O and I, when you have O and I in a word, you have a perfect square inside that word, which means you have a star. All stars are equivalent to 8 or 80, which then reflects the 9 lives of the cat of 420 of marijuana, cannabis, seeding your mind back together. Remember, if you get too much pate in the esophagus, your esophagus eventually will block. If you get too much onto your skin, your pores will block. Stop smoking weed every so many weeks. Go to Jamaica. They'll tell you how to smoke the weed because they were taught first. In my first revelation, when I became the who I am today, okay, that's who I am. I saw all the people from the islands. Okay, God said, hey man, how are we going to tie this together? It's boring. God threw down some those seeds in the ground. He says, see those things growing over there with the high 5 fingers? Smoke some of those. They'll help you out. But it wasn't actually like that. They were using hemp to tie the islands, right, to the trees, to tie our islands down. When they lowered them on those big icebergs from the Big Bang, when they exploded these icebergs, we had to tie them to the ground to create the gravity. So we tied it down with hemp. And in order for everything to stick together, we needed beeswax, because we had a lot of buzzing bees from the energy, right? And the sun, the spinning sun that was always powering us that energy. Spin cycle, let's put it on a spin cycle. The wash and the dry all in one. We're a little wet. Let's smoke up some weed. It's cold. We'll all warm up and connect our vibrations closer together, like rubbing your hands and you feel the energy between the two hands. That's what the wood green told me this morning. When you get OIS in a word, it's swa, which is soft. You have 10, you have soft. Rotation, propellers. 88, double propellers. 888, triple propellers. Is there one in the front, 2 in the back? When you spin the propeller, it's to this side and that side. Whatever comes out the center usually is the bubble. Straight turnaround. Where was I? Yes, 420. When you make a star, 19, 37, 46, 28. That 28 is a 6 distance. The 1, 2, 3 is a 2 distance, 101 away from the center. The 5 is 10101. The 5 to 1, the 3 to 7 to 9. The 5 is in the center. C'est nilis. And lis is soft again. Swa and ilis. Okay? Toit ou toit means the roof. So in swa and toit, in bois, which is wood, and greenwood, to go towards. Greenwood, Green Avenue, Green and Avenue. So now, what we're going to get to now, I need to do the second part. I hope this video doesn't break out. It was that 420. When you remove, okay, from the last video, 9 times 60, and then 5 times 60, you minus 300 from 540 is 240. Again, 9 lives in the cat, 10 days, 9 days in 1 day. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 8. So instead of 3, 1, it's 1, 3 is 4. 1, 1, 3, 1 is 5. 3 is 8. 1 is 9. 1, 3, 1. These 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. So we have 3. Right? And then we have 3, 3. We have 3, 1, 1, and 1, 3, and then we have 3, 3. So that's 9. The first one of the next side should be a 3. That way we'd actually have 12. Okay? So we have 9 and we go to 12. We don't stop at 10 because we can't. And that's the passage, one side or the other side of the passage. Understanding that the first side, you start on the other side. and then you have to pass over the bridge to get to this side. You know, the pinball comes out of the center, but then it can roll over the center again. That's the pinball. So you come out of the center, and then you keep going all the way around the area of the track, right? You don't have to go up the slide and throw the pinball up, and once you put it in the game, it never has to go through the slide again. So that's that number in the Fibonacci is once it comes out to the center hole, where does the game begin? 1, 1, 2, 2 and 1, 3, 3 and 2, 5, 5 and 3, 8, 8 and 5, 13. Let's begin the game. The ball is now in creation. 1 and 3, 4. We've got all 4 corners created coming out from the center. Binary, okay, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. For binary, 1, 0, 1, which would be 5. We have to do the binary Fibonacci calculation in order to do this. But anyways, I just want to tell you, I was notified that things were written in stone. So you know what? With stone, if you throw sand on it and the sand gets hard over the stone, you can pull off that sand and have a duplication of the word written by God. So the area space that was removed and carved into the rock and chipped out of the rock is also an area space. That will show up, because wherever I'm not, the area space will take up wherever I move from. So that's duplicating actually everything that's going on by you know, when you make a mold, I'm molded to wherever my position stands. And sometimes I have a bad reception, so I lean my head a little to the side. But there was more about 420. So we end up with 240. 240 and 240 is 480. 480 hours in a month, in a Mayan month. 9 and 9, 18 days of 20 months, or 18 months of 20 days, whichever way you want to go. But there's a mathematical calculation that connects the Earth, the Sun, the Moon, and a whole bunch of other ratios through the elements and everything else that's created through games people play. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Welcome to today, May 6th, my first day in psychotic psychiatry, where they're watching every move as I'm sitting in the hospital measuring the lines on the blanket. Every single line I had to understand, and I didn't know why, and I didn't care if anybody was watching me, and I knew something wasn't right because I shouldn't be doing this. Why? Because they don't expect it, but I was doing it, and I knew what I was doing, but yet they thought I wasn't all here. Oh my God, he's doing different from everybody else. Let's calm him down. But I didn't want to calm down. I just didn't want to have the anxiety that went along with it, so I can study and keep on. And I have, and it's 12 years today. And it's not even 24 hours. I started on the 5th. But when I got into the 6th, I wasn't 24 hours until I got to tonight. And then I had to sleep through the tonight, because we have to have the incoming and outcoming of the day and night dream world. Otherwise, if I stay up for 4 days in a row, I'm going to go a little nuts, because I need a little bit of the outside world and not the sleep, but I need to be reprogrammed. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. I hope I used the right words. Wasn't reprogramming, but reprogramming or updating. Thank you for watching this video.